Alright, so we're going to continue on to number 3, the big project. This is complete the details worksheet. Alright, and so we're going to use this criteria. We're going to try to set something up for these. So basically, when you look at the data on this page, you have essay scores all the way to here. There's 9 essays. There are 3 exams, and there's 1 final exam. And so that's how you have to break down these worksheets as we go forward. So A says if a score is not assigned, make sure to enter a 0 for the score. So we're going to skip that one for a minute. I mean, I think you could just put 0 in here for all of these that have blanks and be fine. But I don't know if you're being tested on how to do that if this is just as it is. So we'll just skip it for now and we'll come back to it. So B, it says create a column listing the average essay score for each student. Okay, so we're going to go to detail sheet. First off, we're going to need to have student first name and last name. So we're going to just copy all of these. So go ahead and grab these, hit Command C, and we're going to come to details, and we're going to go to A2 and hold Command V. Alright, that gives you the names. We'll come back, we're going to take first name, last name as well, those titles, Command C, and we're going to put it in A1, Command V. Okay, so that's what yours should look like. So now we have students. Alright, now we're going to go back and we're going to do average exam score, average essay score for each student. Okay, so we're going to type up here average essay score and hit enter. You can come up here and double click your mouse like this to give yourself more space. Alright, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to hit equals and we're going to hit average, open parenthesis, and then we're going to go to this data sheet, okay, and we're going to look for Fidel Van Dixon. So we're going to take an average of all of his essay scores. So Fidel is right here at C3, so take it all the way out. Oops. Notice how I went too far to the right and got the exam. The way you fix that is hold shift and hit the arrow once to the left, and it grabs all these. Okay, and we'll hit enter, and that's his average score. Caution. Let's see here. Formula omits adjacent cells. That's okay. We're good. Now we're going to make a check on this one just for the heck of it. So we noticed that when we did grab all this data, there was a bunch of these spaces. Let's go ahead and fill these in with zeros now and see what happens. And then make the average, and we'll take the average again. And notice how that number changed. Before it was 20 something, and then it went to 7.111. And so that satisfies criteria A and B. Okay? So you're going to have to adjust the data as you go forward. Alright, so we're going to still continue with B, and we're just going to go to our black crossbar there and drag it all the way down. And there's the averages for everyone. Okay? Now we need to look at our data, and we're just going to look through, and where there's no score, so like even over here in exams, we're just going to put 0. And we'll drag that over because someone didn't take it. Come here, there's another 0. Here's another 0. Keep adding zeros where you see empty boxes, and you'll notice that will change the data. And I think that's what your professor's getting at. 0, 0. Okay, so now we have a whole full sheet. Except for right there. let's see. It's a good way to check. Just go up and down the rows. All right. Well, it looks like we have a full sheet now. Excellent. So now we can continue. You notice the numbers did change a little bit. Okay. So now the next one we're going to do is create a column listing the average exam score. Include the final exam for each student. All right. So same idea. Come up to the top. Zoom in a little bit. Average exam score. Enter. Widen this out. Go equals. Start with Fidel again. Fidel Castro. Oops, excuse me. We'll go back. We're going to hit equals average, open parenthesis, and we're just going to grab exam scores. So exam starts right here in cell L3, and we're going to take it to O3 and hit enter. Boom. That's a pretty crappy exam score. And so once you get that, you can copy it all the way down, just like that. Boom. Okay? So that satisfies C. D says create a column listing for total points earned. All right, so total points earned. Widen it out. Okay, we're going to hit, now that's going to be a sum function, so we're going to go equals and write sum. We're going to be adding all the points. And so, again, we're going to start with Fidel, and we're just going to grab this whole column. We're just going to, cool trick, just click on that first one, hold shift, command to the right, and it grabbed all of these. So you can barely see it, but there it goes. Now it grabbed that whole row. We'll hit enter. Boom. That's all the points he earned. And we'll just drag that down, all the way down. Oops, one more. Okay. Boom. And then hit Command S to save. Make sure your spreadsheet saves. And then, so that's D. So E says create a column listing the percentage score, total points earned over total points possible. All right. So we're going to say percentage score. At the top, right, percentage score. Hit enter. Widen this out. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to hit equals. We're going to take this number and we're going to divide it by the sum of total points possible. Okay, which is, it starts here in C2, and we're going to hit shift, command to the right, grabs that whole row, and then we're going to hit command T. We're going to lock it. Remember that money sign reference? This is the time we're going to use that, because the reason we're going to use it just for this part is everyone has the same points possible, but not everyone has the same scores on their assignments. And so we want to keep that one consistent. When you lock it, it locks those, so it doesn't move when you adjust the formula. And once you do that, hit enter, and it doesn't like the way I wrote that. So what did I do here? Oh, I didn't put a parenthesis in there. Yeah, so I wrote E2 divided by the sum of final project. I just forgot that last parenthesis. So yes, I do want that. Okay, and that's how you get the percent score. Drag that all the way down. Boom. And that is how you get the percentages for the whole class. And it says round to the nearest whole number. But make sure to round the result so that the correct percentage will be used in determining the letter grade. Hint, use the round function. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to adjust our formula here. Just click on this top one. Come in here and we're going to type round and then open the parenthesis. Now that whole argument is going to be our first number. See how it has a number and then number of digits? It's using this whole argument as a number, and that's the number we want rounded. So we're going to hit comma right after that, and notice how it skips the number of digits. So it says we want to round to the nearest whole number. Okay, so it sounds like we're going to round to 2 digits. We're going to try this out. I don't know the answer. And then close parentheses and hit enter. Okay, so that took us to 2. All right, drag this down to rewrite these formulas. All right, and boom, that's what it should look like. Now we're going to make this a percentage, so just come up here and hit the percent button, and that should do it. That should be the grades that you want. All right, and yeah, that should do it. So then F says create a column listing the assigned letter grade for the percentage score. Use a formula to determine the letter grade based on the grading scale provided. C6 grading scale. Okay. I'm going to stop for now. We're going to go on to F in the next video because this is a long one.